Hello, I am the Iron Savage, and this video will be a Guild Wars 2 video, and the topic to this and continuing the series would be the best/worst map in map rewards farming. So let's make this simple. With the best maps will be the ones that have okay farms with or without map rewards, while the worst maps will be maps where you really can't solo it, or it's really tempting to do them, but you really can't due to the mechanics or how the map was built. Any map with a champ farm will be a good map, and any champ farm should be its own video anyways, so let's get started. Alrighty, and to be frank, the best maps, in my opinion, will be Cursed Shores, Fireheart Rise, and Farsport Sound, with the worst ones being Southland Cove, Straits to the Station, and Mount Maelstrom. These maps will be the most likely maps you'll inhabit regularly anyways, because it contains world boss trains, temple metas, dungeons, and mobs that have a chance to drop T6s and lodestones, with the rewards also being T6s and lodestones and map reward. T4 farming is good, but that deserves its own video. And now let me explain why the best is the best. Alright, let's start off with which is pretty much the one that a lot of people go to, and it will be Cursed Shore farming, as this map has been one of the good maps since the beginning of the game, and been home to many farms like the Cursed Shore Champ Farm, the Blitz Champ Farm, the Tyrian EXP, the Pen Camp Champ Farm, the Plinks Champ Farm. Well, I don't think Champs really spawn with that one, but a lot of people still remember Plinks. The farm that remains will probably be the Temple Metas and then the general loot and event farms. And it's usually, it's always filled with ghost peppers and Orient truffles all over the place, which are very expensive, especially when you look into a bowl of soup and it's 30 silver. So this farm is good, and many free-to-play players and non-hot POF players end up here, and as long as they're vocal in map chat, people will come. Alright, another good map to farm will be Fireheart Rise, the southern part of the map, as it's filled with events that you can do in solo or optimally in a group. Mobs down there drop 3-4 mats and bags, and the dungeon COF is there, so which has a big meta too that you could do. And this map tends to have charged lodestones and totems that drop T6 good ones, and the best part is the solo aspect, as even the champs throughout the map, a lot of them have low health or toughness and could be solo, and generally this has a good population, as it seems to be a frequent place for dailies, especially with the mini dungeon, the jumping puzzle, and the guild missions that revolves around here. And another good map will be Farsport Sound, and this map has been a very popular farming map, as well as it contained a dungeon, Honor of the Waves, the Dragon Jormag, and can support a healthy champ/loot farm train with T6 drops throughout the map. And a lot of people that generally come here historically throughout the game have been mainly because they hate war, mainly because they say the Icelands is better than the continent of dead people because they find ore aesthetically ugly. So if you're one of those people that just hate ore but generally like similar gameplay to ore, then Farsport Sound will be your kind of deal. And ending with Fosgorge. Now let's get on with the worst maps in my opinion for map reward. Now, when I mean bad in this video, I mean bad as in kind of tricked you, like more like a tease. Because a lot of maps you're going to be avoiding anyways, because those reward tracks really don't have anything that you want, like some T3 items, T3s or lesser T4s, and they have no real super big meta on there or any other reason for you to go there. So these maps are different. They do have something that looks interesting there, but once you do, then you kind of shoot yourself in the foot, and this will be the next 3 maps I'll be. Alright, starting with the bad maps, let's start with Mount Maelstrom. Mount Maelstrom is really a letdown, because not only does it have 3 big meta events there, with the COE dungeon opening, the Destroyer, and the Golem world bosses, but unless they're up, there really isn't anything to do there. Like, yeah, you could do the Hidden Garden, but the Hidden Garden, that's a whole different thing for legendary people. And when these metas are up, yeah, you have a bunch of metas to do, but then what you're going to do in sometimes it's hours. You have to wait hours for big events, things that happen back to back, and that's the whole point of farming. Doing events back to back to back. The COE, yeah, the big champion dude captures the dungeon, but eternal sadness again after you capture it. What are you going to do as you need money? This next one might seem as an odd one, but it's pretty much Southland Cove. And Southland Cove has the potential to be a great map, but the problem is that you really can't solo farm it if you're by yourself. And generally when people go to Southland Cove, it's because of a world boss. That or it's for Karka farming, which is actually a very good farm if you're able to kill at least 100 carcasses an hour. But overall, this map is really limited also in waypoints. Some of the champs that spawn, like the carcasses themselves, are very sturdy beasts. They're very sturdy, especially a champion, that you just lose money over time. But you just stay collecting the flowers, the passion fruits, and the carcass shells. Straits of Devastation is a map that could be good, but this map was a prototype to Dragon's Den, but suffers heavily from the mechanics of the map. It has 3 big event meta chains that escorts people to the temple, and then the temple becomes the temple meta. But 2 of those escort chains are underwater combat, and after the temple meta finish, the map kinda tends to not let the escorts continue. So you either have to wait until the temple becomes contested again in order to run these event chains, and then even if you don't do them and try to do other events, many events don't have real timers and happen randomly. And even if you let them fail, you have to do another series of events in order to open a waypoint, and travel isn't easy in the map as it's very least populated, and most people that come here generally only come for the wood farm, so there really isn't much point to farm this map. And overall, this is debatable, so if you guys don't agree or agree with me, please mark in the comment section below, and maybe if you have any ideas for future videos or critique me, I appreciate the feedback. And I think this is probably going to be the last map reward video on this, and actually start posting the actual farming videos on several maps, so that I'm probably put them on a weekly basis, as that will be a more difficult task. And thank you guys for watching, and be safe.